Hey there, collective. How are you? My name's Elizabeth, and welcome to my channel. So, we're gonna do an energy check, a collective reading. King of Wands keeps coming out. Well, I say keeps coming out, so it's come out a couple times. But so this could be about anyone, really. Someone you're dealing with that's the King of Wands energy. Okay, maybe you're the King of Wands. How you doing? Maybe, maybe not. Three of Swords with the Sun. Something's being illuminated. So you know the rules of tarot. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Flip it, switch it, stick it, and if it don't apply, remember, we'll let it fly. So this is just messages meant for the best and highest good of my collective on YouTube. And we have, some questions. Some questions that are being answered here. Star. What else? The Knight of Swords. Page of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles with the Hangman. The Magician. With the Moon. We have the Two of Cups. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. Chariot. We have an Emperor. With the Four Swords. Okay, now let's get another deck because I'm going to try to find some of this stuff as we go along. Not this deck, no. This one? Yes, I think it's this one. Okay. So, someone's definitely learning something. They're seeing something here. Maybe they didn't quite see it before. Based on somebody's actions. There was limitations, like someone was limited here in the direction that they could go in. And they're moving towards something. They're taking action towards something that they feel very optimistic about. But the problem of it is that there was a separation, it seems to be, and something that was solid, or something that had roots, had been long-standing. Because we're not seeing eye to eye. So whoever we're not seeing eye to eye with, this would be like a home situation. This could be a work situation with it being a Ten of Pentacles. It's just something that's been there. It's something that has been established for a moment, is all this is saying. And there's a level of heartbreak associated with it. And someone here is making some kind of perspective shift because they feel like, with what they're seeing, because what they're seeing is that there was some kind of manipulation that was hidden, some kind of manifestation that was hidden, something that we didn't see that was coming into our reality. The manifestation was walking in the door. We weren't ready for it. We didn't know it existed. And voila, it showed up one day and there it was, kind of energy. Someone put limitations on a possible partnership or connection with someone due to the way it looked. Not a want. It is like due to the way the partnership looked, like the basis. It's judging a book by its cover. So someone judged or put limitations on a possible connection that you were working with. And I'm seeing it's like a work situation because I'm seeing Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, with the Emperor there. There's a boss figure. But there's something that's actually coming pretty solid here. And it's once this action was taken. So somebody took some kind of action to bring something solid in to bring in the balance. And things are, working their way out. It's still giving that energy, though, some kind of hidden view. It's like this emperor energy had to change their perspective on how something viewed, how they viewed someone or something. And now there's an element of trying to figure out how to make things balance because things have been put off balance because of the way their perspective shift, or before they had perspective shift. So it's like someone's not understanding the other person. Okay, they could have potentially judged someone by the way they looked, or just whatever perception they had. They have some kind of wound here. I feel they're wounded by someone or something of resemblance, something that was close to. So you could, you know, cause this person to actually reflect. I see some reflecting going on with the Four of Swords. Definitely reflect. At the very least, it's a minimal. It's not a whole lengthy thing, but they're actually stopping and questioning something, and it's like the energy is like over a period of time they have to learn something here. There's a control. It's a level of control that they're trying to heal or needing to heal at this point. Because of the fact that there was so much control in the situation, or how this person views control, they're trying to control everything, their environment, but they didn't anticipate you. I feel like so. Let's say we're gonna jump on that thread of judging a book by its cover, right? So say someone viewed you as meek and mild, or maybe they viewed you as someone that was fragile. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. Then we have a masculine here that's viewed and a feminine here that she's a female. What does she know? You know what I mean? It's kind of like given chauvinistic tendencies. We're gonna say tendencies, but with the level of control that this person is a control freak. And here's what I'm getting: they met their match. They judged you from the jump, and it's like now this person is having to sit with themselves, and they're fixing to reflect really hard on their perception. Because this person used to be in center stage with that Knight of Wands. They're used to being center stage. They're used to being the one Emperor, the Knight of Wands. Someone that's definitely they feel empowered by being this Knight of Wands energy. This gives them that edge, this sex appeal kind of deal. But it's because of some kind of connection, and I feel like it's the limitations that they put. It's like they're limiting the possibilities here. What is the Star? Five of Cups. They missed an opportunity. They're feeling sad or missed an opportunity here because of the limitations that they put on something. Tell me about that. Tell me more. It's like I was saying, they're bringing me back to it. There's the Ten of Pentacles, Judgment, Nine of Swords, Page of Cups. There's an apology coming towards you. This person judged you. They judged you by your appearance and possibly by your sex as and they've kind of got checked at the door. They thought that they had the upper hand, and that's what they believed. But once they had to sit and think about things, they realized, wait a minute here. That's not at all the way I pictured it. So they pictured having some kind of conversation with you, and it didn't go the way that they pictured the conversation to go. They seen you before. They had seen you somewhere before in a glimpse, and they were attracted to you with that night of wands. Here's the funny thing: they didn't know how attracted they were to you until they actually met you. So this is an energy of someone that's used to dealing with someone that appears the way you appear. In a way, it's not the same. What I mean, it's not the same. Your energy is not someone that they can just handle. Okay? And what I mean by this is they're not going to be able to just come in and tell you what to do, strong arm you and try to buffalo you and pull out the charm and sell it because you ain't buying. You ain't interested in what they're buying. This is giving like a fake it till you make it kind of bull crap. Mm-hmm. Whatever kind of judgments calls being made, it's gonna really put somebody in their head, and they're gonna want to apologize once they sit around and think about it. And it's not that I don't feel like you're really that concerned about it, honestly. They could be on the defense because things aren't going smoothly for them at home. They could be struggling with their own living situation. So when it comes to dealing with someone, maybe you resemble or maybe you remind them of someone that they're dealing with. And it is the relationship, the partnership between them it's not working. Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's not working. They're trying to change things, but what they're seeing, what they're going to realize, and I think it's just going to take 1 minute when they actually sit down and think about this. The conversation that they had with you is really going to put them in check because they're going to realize just how uncooperative they are and just how much the person that they're in a connection with, the partnership that they're in, has been telling them, hey, you're this way, you're this way, you're this way. And they're like, no, 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 no. They're in denial. They don't want to believe it. But it looks like just by having a conversation. So you have essentially mirrored something to them that they weren't ready for. But it's definitely got them to thinking. You go around causing many awakenings, which you don't need me telling you that. You already know that. You give what's given. So if somebody comes at you sideways, you don't mind. You integrated your shadow, meaning, okay, you want to go that route? You want to be that person? I can be that person too. But it's not, you don't stoop to a level of where you lower yourself. You just show them what it's like. Oh, honey, no, you don't talk to me like that. I'll show you what it's like. You want to try to handle me? I'm going to handle you. Promise you. I will handle you. But you ain't handling me. Mm-mm. No. So this person's really, they ain't liking it. They ain't liking it. That's why they're gonna want to apologize because it's gonna put them in their head. Because I feel like whoever they're in a relationship with, now this would be like a business interaction that you're having with someone, and this is like you mirror something back to them that is something that they're going to go home and reflect on, and the part of it is whoever they're in a relationship with has already brought this to their attention, has said something to them, and they didn't see it. They didn't want to believe it. They are in denial. They made excuses. They danced around it. They didn't want to address it. You have essentially caused something within them for them to realize, oh, well, maybe my partner's right. Five of Wands stresses them the hell out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How they gonna what? How am I supposed to balance this out? How am I supposed to balance in a workplace with someone that reminds me of someone that they're struggling with at home? You see what I'm saying? So whoever they're in a relationship with, they're struggling with. And you are a lot like that person, although I don't think you're fully aware of that. I mean, I don't even feel like you know that. It's like you don't even know that person on that level, and you don't care to know that person on this level. This reading is basically to let you know why that's going on, why you feel the way you feel, and why you're running into roadblocks when it comes to this individual. You are going to help them balance something and heal something within themselves, though. Yeah, I see that. They're gonna. This could spark something between you and them. It could very well. Not that you're interested in it, but they put limitations on the relationship because they feel like their partner is incapable or their partner can't do that, and maybe their partner can't. Maybe their partner can't. But and I kind of feel like maybe not so much. But you are mirroring back to them what it is they really are wanting to manifest within their relationship at home. And it's like you're the kind of person they're actually interested in. But what I'm saying is like, I don't even feel like you know all this. This is like the background. This is the history. This is what's going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. That this person is like they're going to want to try to change things between the two of you. I don't feel like there was like a mad dog, full on alpha confrontation here, but I do feel like there was an alpha. Well, this person perceived himself as being someone that could come up against someone that appeared the way you did and handle, like control. And they realized real quick, nope, not you, not you. You're an empress, and if you're not an empress, you're an emperor. Flip the roles, you know the rules. So this is going to allow them to see something about themselves within their own relationship, whoever they have a relationship with. I don't feel like this really matters so much to you, other than there was some odd energy there, some things going on that maybe you didn't quite pick up on right away. But that's my job to tell you, and you're figuring it out. Just taking a minute. Just taking a minute. You know, this person is definitely going to communicate with that Page of Wands. There's definitely some communication that's going to come in. And I did see the Page of Cups over here, so there, apologize. Yeah, it's Justice in the reverse. What is this? Yeah, they're going to want to apologize for taking the stance that they took with you, because it's like you had no idea that you even resembled anybody to them. You reminded them of anyone, okay, that whether they were in a relationship with this person or it's just someone from their past, whatever the case may be, it's like you triggered something. You triggered something in them, and they're seeing that. They're seeing that. They're like, I'm getting an image of somebody driving. So they're driving. I don't know. They're driving and they're thinking about the conversation, what transpired, what happened, and it's like during the time that they're driving, there's a realization that hits. There's the Emperor again, the Hermit. Yeah, definitely going to have this person reflecting back. They're making some kind of decision here. Wow. Yeah, they definitely want to change the direction. It's like they realize that you actually are pretty knowledgeable. They didn't view you as someone that knew what you were talking about because, like I said, they're used to dealing with people that don't know what the hell they're talking about or what the hell they're doing. Tell me a little bit more about this. Tell me a little bit more about this Emperor. King of Cups, Three of Pentacles, or Knight of Cups. I'm sorry. Tell me about this. Three of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they're gonna want to come and apologize because they want something because they realize this is giving the energy of someone that didn't realize just how important you were or the amount of knowledge that you had, and the fact that you got them reflecting on themselves at a much deeper level because they feel like they're being manipulated in a partnership. That's so. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Moon, and we already have the Moon out here. So what's hidden? Well, let's just uncover that. How about you? See, we have the Sun there. It's being uncovered. The Fool, the Hierophant. So they're. I mean, this could be one of two things. Someone could be uncovering, could be realizing that there's a new beginning that they can actually learn from. They have the potential to learn something, or that they can convince themselves. Let's see what the Hierophant is. Tell me about the Hierophant. Oh, look at the Empress. This is like a full-on commitment to something. Committed to what? What's the Empress? Tell me about the Hierophant and the Empress. Page of Cups in the reverse. Mm. Yeah, you're not accepting. I don't feel like you're going to accept it. That you. Oh. Yeah, they were totally Page of Cups in the reverse. They totally didn't see you for who. They didn't see you as an Empress. And so they could be kind of concerned whether or not you're going to accept their apology for overstepping the boundaries. Because I feel like they overstepped some kind of boundary here. Tell me about this Magician. Tell me about this Magician, please. Queen of Cups. Tell me more. The Devil. Death. With the Eight of Swords. What? Yeah, they tried to handle you, and you came up against them. All right. You came up. This is like giving like a dogma, really. That's what it feels like, honestly. I mean, you or someone that causes people to question status quo. What is normal to them? And they're questioning it. This person's questioning it. They manifested this. I don't think they know this. And they're going to get it from a work situation because they're living their home situation is struggling. It's out of balance. So they manifested some kind of partnership so that they could better understand. And I feel like, oh, yeah, yep, you're gonna be helping them with that. So this is like you're taking on the teacher role there at Hierophant. You're teaching someone here. Someone's about to learn from you, Empress. And it could be because they need to learn about their own Empress. You know what I mean? So that, but sometimes, and I'm seeing the Empress again over there on a different deck. Some people struggle listening to their loved ones and what their loved ones are trying to communicate to them. And so then the universe says, okay, well, they're trying to manifest this. They're trying to create this. They want this. This is what we have in store. You want to know? Okay, we'll learn. We're going to deliver it. And they delivered you. They delivered a working situation where you're going to be working with them as a teacher, student role. You're going to be learning from them. They're going to be learning from you. You know, see what I'm saying? But it's like they're going to be learning from you when it comes to their stereotypical dogma, bullshit that they got going on, and you're just going to be learning about little things, nothing major. I mean, it's all major, I guess. I like how to do something because they have some kind of level of skill mastery here that maybe you don't have. You're just inquisitive. You just ask questions, and this is going to allow them to actually step back and go, well, they're not really like charging after me and being confrontive. They're just like really just asking questions because they want a better understanding. Because this is absolutely no understanding of what the hell's going on. Tell me about the hangman, the Hierophant. Someone's questioning whether or not they can teach somebody. 5-1. See, and this came out together a while ago. Turn one. Queen of Pentacles. They had no clue what they were dealing with. This person's going to struggle. Oh, yeah. They fixing to struggle. They fixing to learn. Tell me about the 501. I'm telling you, this person's fixing to. They ain't used to dealing with a strong, independent female. Okay? They just ain't. They're used to having a female grovel and ask them and be, oh, whatever. That's fine. If that's what they're used to, but don't think you're going to come up in here and handle me like that. We have a Knight of Wands again. Yeah, this person thought they was going to handle you. And you're like, darling, let me tell you what. I will chew you up and spit you out. You don't want to dance with my shadow? Back up. Very, very ego driven, this person. They're all up in their ego. Very. They're gonna learn how to direct that fire energy of theirs though, and it ain't gonna be directed at you. They're gonna learn how to ground that shit. You gonna bet you. 6 of Wands. They're gonna realize, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So there was a moment. There was a moment where you touched, maybe shook hands, maybe brushed up against them. I don't know. But it was in that moment. If you shook hands with them, they didn't look at you. They wouldn't have looked at you. They would have looked a different way. They would have came over to introduce themselves because apparently you made yourself known. And you were comfortable to do so, which is, what I would do. for me. And it's like, I don't know, something about the handshake or the touch, because I keep seeing hands, arms. They're pointing those out. There's something to do with touch. Justice. Mm-hmm. They realized. Uh, they realized just exactly what they were dealing with, and I'm pretty sure that, judging by the conversation that probably transpired or will transpire between you and this individual, would be something that would definitely cause for an alarm for this individual, because I don't mean to get all witchy woo woo on people. I ain't trying to do none of that. But their soul, it's like the minute you shook hands, it like bzzz. It was like, it was a shock. Okay, I'm just gonna put it to you. It's like, I'm not trying to get all out there, but it like totally, whoa, what just happened here? And that's the reason why they couldn't look at you. They couldn't look you in the eye, because they realized it was like the moment. So I don't feel like maybe you didn't have a whole lot of eye contact, or when y'all did, when you did, and you come eye to eye, and that initial, and I'm telling you, you got a handshake. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that handshake says it all, baby doll. Says it all. And I'm pretty sure when the moment the eye contact and that handshake, they realize, oh shit, I'm gonna go over here. Or I'm gonna go over here. Or I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go somewhere, but I ain't standing here no more. And they had to exit. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. They had to exit. Tell me more. Hold on to your panties. I'll be right back. The chariot in the reverse. They couldn't get out of there quick enough, could they? Tell me about that chariot in reverse. Because I have the chariot in the upright down here in this other deck. Things didn't go quite the way they wanted it to. Nope, Ace of Cups. It did not go as planned. Well, sorry about your luck, sweetheart. 5 of Cups. I mean, yeah. The truth is, and you know who you are. And I feel like this person probably is pretty sure that who they are, but they're also used to being able to control the atmosphere, the energy in which people come to them by their intimidation tactics. And they didn't intimidate you, did they? Mm-mm, not at all. You just looked right back at them. You ain't intimidating shit, buddy. No, you ain't intimidating me. That shit might work somewhere else on somebody else, but it don't work on this here gal. So this person, yeah, they're kind of like in a stupor, like kind of dazed and confused here, because they did not anticipate on having some kind of meeting or some kind of bringing all this on. So now they got a lot on their plate that they have to, work through. But they're going to want to apologize for the way they handled things, because they realized who you are, what you are, and you're not someone to be playing around with. So, collective, I hope you were able to find some kind of insight into my other reading. And until we meet again, toodaloo.